Now, everybody who's watching, let's get RBT to
1 million
subscribers by Christmas. He's the best Madden scientist there is. I subscribe to him, and if you don't subscribe to, your favorite team is going to lose to the I'm not saying that team.
So earlier today, EA Sports had an absolute stinker when they released the reveal article for Madden 21 franchise mode, and basically it wasn't like a reveal article. It wasn't like new updates and new features to franchise mode. It was like patch notes. It was like them fixing things, nothing new. So they need to redeem themselves here today. In the same article, they did release more Face of the Franchise news, and a ton of you wanted me to make a video on this, so here we are. Face of the Franchise, Rise to Fame, Madden 21, the new edition of Face of the Franchise. Now, I do want to say, spoiler alert, there are some spoilers in this article. They pretty much are going to tell you everything that could potentially happen here in Face of the Franchise for Madden 21. So once again, if you don't like spoilers, you might not want to watch it, but I just want to put that disclaimer out there. Now, quickly to make you guys a little bit happier, because the video from earlier sucked, because Madden 21 franchise mode is going to be not good. I'm not happy. I'm not happy whatsoever, but to potentially make you happy, we are going to be doing a massive Madden 21 giveaway here on the channel. At least 2 Xbox One copies and 2 PlayStation 4 copies. But if and only if we can hit 600k subscribers by the launch of Madden 21, we have 2 months to do so. If we hit 600k, that's going to turn into 5 copies on Xbox One and 5 copies on PS4. A total of 10 copies, but that's if and only if we do hit 600k subscribers, and you have to be subscribed to be eligible. So make sure to take that millisecond that it does take to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. With that said, time for some hopefully not absolute crap news like we had earlier. So here we are, the Gridiron Notes for Face of the Franchise Rise to Fame, the second edition of the Face of the Franchise mode on Madden 21. And as they say, create yourself as a player and jump into the face of the franchise where you will shape your career from high school all the way to Hall of Fame. Now, if you've been living under a rock, this year in Face of the Franchise, we get to start in high school. I'm excited to see what they say about it. I haven't read this article yet, so I haven't been spoiled yet, but let's see what this game's all about. So high school is where most start their journey toward adulthood. But for you, you're also about to embark on your journey into football stardom. Step into the halls where it all begins as you customize your high school experience by choosing your school name, city, and even your mascot. So that right there, my dudes, is sick. Is sort of the first kind of creative team feature we have gotten in Madden in general, probably since Madden 09, Madden 10, maybe even before that. So obviously you're not creating a team to play an actual franchise in, but you can actually name your high school, pick your city, so I can actually choose my high school that I want to play at. So off the bat, that's a huge dub, and already in the first 2 sentences of this first paragraph, it's already a bigger dub than Madden 21 franchise in general. From there, your story begins to unfold as you're plucked from relative obscurity to provide depth behind the school's resident star, quarterback Tommy Matthew. Your backup gig is shortly lived, however, as Tommy has been harboring a secret about his health, one that he only shares with you, leaving you with a crisis of conscience. Do you keep his secret and risk his health, or do you betray his trust and shed light on his potentially serious condition? Your decision will define your relationship together throughout your story, as you and Tommy at times teeter between best friends and bitter rivals, but through it all, you can find a way to join forces and lead your team to the promised land in a state championship. Exclamation point. So that's pretty neat. I mean, it is kind of stupid how they're giving us spoilers, but you're basically going to start as a backup, and it'll be, once again, kind of how Longshot was the first edition of it, where the decisions you make kind of change the story, which, once again, it is pretty neat. But just the fact that high school football and a create your own high school thing is part of Face of the Franchise, I find that to be extremely cool, and some of the coolest news we've seen so far. As here are a few screenshots from Face of the Franchise. It looks like we're getting a little interview right here. Got the lights up, got the cameras, kind of like I am right now. And that's all really they have to say about high school. Next, moving on to college. Your story doesn't end there, as you've thrust center stage on National Signing Day as 10 FBS schools vie for your talent. What starts off as a normal signing day ends with a dramatic twist after you don the hat of the school you've chosen to attend. Once you set foot on campus, and stakes get even higher, as you not only have to deftly, what does that mean, deftly? Is that a word? Is that a real word in the dictionary? Navigate a quarterback controversy right at the gate, but also have to figure out how to appease your domineering, old-school approach, newly minted head coach Red O'Brien. What a name. All while attempting to build your stock throughout 2 challenging seasons of college football and win an college football playoff. Dude, who wrote this? A 4th grader? As if that weren't enough, you're thrown out of your comfort zone into disarray when Coach O'Brien delivers you an ultimatum: either switch positions to running back or wide receiver, or pack your bags and take your chances in the NFL draft. So it looks like your senior year, maybe you have to either switch positions or you have to forego your senior year. I don't know. This is kind of written weird. Like, the way this is written, it says you are playing through 2 challenging seasons of college football and win a college football playoff championship or 2 along the way. So, like, do we actually get to play in the college football, like, actual season, or just the college football playoff? The way they written it before, that you were only going to play the college football playoff like we did last year, but you were going to be able to play 2 different times this year, 2 different seasons. The way they have this written is kind of like you can play actually in the college football season. I don't know. I mean, it is cool that you can change positions, you can convert to running back or wide receiver. That's the most interesting bit of business that we've seen right here, is the fact that it says challenging seasons of college football, play through that, and win a college football playoff championship. And they actually have "and" like in capital letters. So that's why I wish why can't you just like let us know? Like, why just use like little clues by capitalizing the word and not just tell us? Like, that's stupid. Now, the one disappointing bit of information that they did not talk about, and I'm pretty sure that means it's confirmed that it's nothing new. It says, once again, as 10 FBS schools vie for your talent. There was 10 FBS schools last year. I was hoping this year they'd have more schools to choose from, or at least different schools. It seems as if it's just going to be the same schools as last year. You had like LSU, Texas, you had Florida, you had Texas Tech, and a few other schools. So that kind of sucks. I mean, maybe there's some potential that they do announce some new schools, but at this point, I think, like, literally, it just seems as if it's just going to be the same 10 schools as last year. But at least it's some bit of college football. Like I said, the biggest thing to take from this is the fact that it says you get to play 2 challenging seasons of college football. And if that's the case, though, like, who are you going to play? Apparently, they only have 10 individual FBS schools in their licensing. So who would you play throughout this season? Because, like, if I pick Texas Tech, like, I actually would want to play a Big 12 schedule. If I pick LSU, I'd want to play the, like, SEC teams, like Alabama, etc. But I don't know. Like, I wish they would let us know. Like, why? Are you just making it so vague? Anyways, moving on to the Combine and Draft. Since 1982, the NFL Combine has been hallowed ground for the NFL's next generation of talents to showcase their skill for prospective teams. Now it's your turn as you tread those same very grounds and put your abilities to the test amongst your fellow elite and coming talent. But your skills on the field won't be the only thing scouts will be watching as you're forced to step up to the mic at a pivotal press conference and you let fate decide where you go in the draft or help influence what team selects you. So I'm thinking the way to word this, it seems like this year maybe you actually have more of a choice where you actually get drafted. Hopefully you actually have the opportunity to get drafted by more than just like 5 teams. I think there was a scenario where you got drafted by 5 different teams in Face the Franchise in the first edition of Madden 20. So hopefully you have a chance to get drafted to all 32 teams, and I don't know, we'll have to see. It says this life-changing experience continues when you encounter a chance meeting with legendary NFL commentator Rich Eisen as he helps prepare you for the most crucial event of the Combine, the event that can make or break your career, the illustrious 40-yard dash. And this is some cool screenshots right here too. So the one bit of business that we've alluded to before in previous videos, and this confirms it again, you're actually going to be able to run the 40-yard dash this year. In the Combine last year, you just threw some passes and stuff, but this year, you actually get to run the 40-yard dash. And it is pretty cool how it seems like some of the way you answer questions will determine what team actually drafts you. So that's going to be neat to see, but I'm really hoping that 40-yard dash is kind of revamped, like on top of what it used to be like in Madden 08, 09 Superstar mode, because I sucked at that, dude. Like, I could not run a sub 540, so if that's the case this year, I might be going undrafted in my series. So here's some more cool screenshots as well for Madden 21 Face of the Franchise, Rise to Fame. This right here is a screenshot from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I'm expecting, like, at the end of your, like, career, you have a chance to be elected to the Hall of Fame. Now, the reason that's a big deal is because last year, literally after, like, the second season, it was just a normal franchise. It just, like, went from Face of the Franchise, some cutscenes, some interesting bits, then just it was like a regular player career where nothing was different at all. But it seems as if, like, even towards the end of your career, at the end of the career, after you retire, there's still cutscenes and stuff like this being elected to the Hall of Fame. So I think that it, like, seems like it's gonna be a lot more in depth this year, and it's gonna last a lot longer. Because last year, literally, you probably could play for like 3 hours and you were done. Like, you were done with Face of the Franchise, and then after that, it was just career mode. So hopefully, have more time to engage this year. So going back to the screenshots, here we are, Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, the Colts Stadium where they do the Combine every year. Here you have yourselves running the 40-yard dash. Next, I guess it's his draft day. Looks like the Giants drafted this fella, although he does not look like a college prospect. That is a coach. Like that's an old man. Rich Eisen is in the game this year, obviously. You're getting interviewed here by him. Looks like he got some shoe deals there. Looks like you have Nike. I think, is that Reebok or Adidas? I don't know. Looks like we're a little happy right there. So happy. Screenshot number 5. The NFL honors, which is cool because I actually got to go to this last year. Met some NFL players. And met, who did I meet? Von Miller and a few others. Like, it was actually super cool. So apparently you have a cutscene where you get to go to the NFL honors ceremony where they announce all the big awards like MVP, Rookie of the Year, that kind of stuff. So that's actually neat too. So you actually have a presentation, it seems like, I'm going to guess, because they're showing the screenshot of the actual NFL honor ceremony each and every season, so you can see who wins MVP and all that nonsense. Now, this is interesting. They give us NFL storylines. Your career will have numerous twists and turns as you navigate the many obstacles of the NFL, where you'll be able to live out NFL storylines ripped from the headlines. So you have franchise savior, next man up, understudy, bitter rivals, dream team, and the comeback, turf war into the sunset. And it's just a lot of different stages, it seems like, in different scenarios and just like storylines you can kind of go through. I'm not sure if you're ever able to pick, or it's just all determined by the decisions you make, how you play in the games. It just looks nice, the fact that once you actually get into the NFL, there are more storylines. Because last year, like I said, after you got drafted, it was pretty much dull. Like, you had one season of sort of storylines as your rookie year, and a few in season 2, but after that, it was literally nothing. Then we have some of the characters that's going to be in face of the franchise. Tommy Matthews, your career-long rival and friend. So that's the guy in high school that's initially the starting quarterback. So apparently, no matter what you do, he's still going to be a career-long rival. So they're kind of spoiling that there. Reggie Brown, an interview and friend, played by Michael Beek and Moses Jones. Coach Vuda Vaitai, high school legend and football coach. Coach Red O'Brien, he's your college coach. Snoop Dogg and Rich Eisen. So I don't know how to feel about this. Here's some screenshots of all of the characters that are going to be in Madden 21 face of the franchise. There's Snoop Dogg, Rich Eisen. That guy's in so many movies. And he, like, this is weird. I'm guessing, yeah, this is gonna be your college coach, but it's still just weird. Like, some of this is just weird. So I don't know, dudes. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Are you excited for Face of the Franchise? Most interesting tidbit, like I said, is the fact that it looks like we're actually gonna be able to play 2 full seasons of college football. Not just like the college football playoffs, but apparently the full college football seasons. I'm excited to see what actually happens. Like, because there's just no way they're going to allow you to play a full college football season, and it's only against the other 9 teams that are in Face of the Franchise, because you have to have a 12-game schedule. So did they find a way to, like, get some of the other teams licensed, like, where you can play them, but not just be able to choose them as your team? Like, I don't know. There's still a lot of news to come out. At least it's not as bad of a stinker as actual freaking franchise mode.